Hey Dragon Slayers! Today's video is about prostate cancer and its connection to insulin resistance. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men in the United States, and it becomes increasingly common in men as they age. And prostate cancer, too, has a strong connection with insulin resistance. Like the breast, the prostate is a highly hormone sensitive tissue. It will grow or shrink based on hormone signals. While testosterone is the main hormone signal, insulin also plays a role. Before a man is worried about prostate cancer, he's worried about his prostate just getting too big, a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia. This is a very common event in men as they age, usually causing difficulty in urinating. The enlarged, growing prostate blocks the exit of urine from the bladder. A man with insulin resistance is about 2 to 3 times more likely to have an enlarged prostate compared with an insulin sensitive man. So, high insulin means low flow. Men with a high degree of insulin resistance may be upwards of 250% more likely to develop prostate cancer compared with insulin sensitive men of the same age, race, and body weight. In fact, prostate cancer and insulin resistance occur together so often that some scientists have questioned whether prostate cancer might be an additional eventual symptom of insulin resistance. Critically, an analysis of 500 men found that insulin, but not glucose, was positively associated with prostate cancer risk. But the insulin prostate connection doesn't end with elevated insulin levels in the blood. Similarly to breast cancer, a fairly common feature with prostate tumors, both malignant and benign, is the presence of excess insulin receptors. So, once again, the excess blood insulin and the increased number of insulin receptors in the prostate combine to create a powerful growth signal, stimulating the prostate to grow beyond its normal limitations. So there was another scientific journal that I pulled up that digs a little deeper into this connection. I put the link in the description below, as I do with all of the research that I provide. So the background was they looked at hyperinsulinemia, obesity, and related metabolic diseases that are associated with prostate cancer development. Prostate cancer patients undergo androgen deprivation therapy, also known as ADT, are at increased risk for metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes, while pre-existing metabolic conditions may be exacerbated. So the purpose was an integrative approach is used to describe the interactions between insulin, glucose, metabolism, obesity, and prostate cancer. The potential role of nutrition and exercise will also be examined. So, what they found was that hyperinsulinemia is associated with prostate cancer development, progression, and aggressiveness. Prostate cancer patients who undergo ADT are at risk of diabetes and survivorship. It is unclear whether this is a direct result of treatment or related to pre existing metabolic features, aka hyperinsulinemia and obesity. Obesity and metabolic syndrome are also associated with prostate cancer development and poorer outcomes for cancer survivors, which may be driven by hyperinsulinemia, pro-inflammation, hyperleptinemia, and or hyperadip. It's a very long word, but basically over fat cells. So the conclusions of the study said that independently evaluating changes in glucose metabolism near the time of prostate cancer diagnosis and during long-term ADT treatment is important to distinguish their unique contributions to the development of metabolic disturbances. Integrative approaches, including metabolic, clinical, and body composition measures, are needed to understand the role of adipose tissue and insulin resistance in prostate cancer to develop effective nutrition and exercise interventions to improve secondary diseases and survivorship. So, like I said, you can check it out in full in the description below. That's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out, guys. And remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.